through a sample timed, this says in-class essay, but because usually it's done in a classroom, but since we're online, this is just a timed essay. So what I want you to see though is kind of the construction and how one would look. So this would be, pretty much an A response. So the first thing is that you want to state the main point of the article and include the article title. So here it says, the article, the debt debate, discusses our nation's problems with credit card debt and clearly points out that people are significantly more in debt to credit card companies today than they have ever been. You won't have this same article, just so you know. But I just want you to see an example of how you would do it. So, get the title in there. I would also add the author as well. And this sums up the main point. It's just one sentence, but we get a good idea of what this article is about. And then briefly summarize the two sides of the debate. For this one, it says several possible reasons for this debt are explored. Warren believes that increasing costs without an increase in wage is the culprit, while Manning blames people who currently think of credit cards as an entitlement. So we've got the two sides there. So we've got main point with the article title and author, and then we've got the two sides here. Then you want to choose a side. And like I said in the other video, you definitely want to take a strong side. So not on the fence, not arguing both sides, just taking one side. So here it says, I personally have to agree with the article's notion that credit card debt is a serious problem in America because, unfortunately, I can relate to this issue. Currently, I have 5 credit cards adding up to over $3,000 of debt. This may not be a huge amount, but it does create a burden for me. So you can see here, they even added a personal example, which is great if you have a personal example. But the main thing that I'm looking for is that you're taking a strong stand one way or the other. So you can either agree or disagree with the article. That's totally fine, but just make sure you take a stand. And then state your reasons. This person had 3 reasons. You can have 2 reasons, 3 reasons, 5 reasons, whatever you want. The more you write, probably the better the grade. But don't get too carried away. Just make sure that whatever your responses are, that they're nice and clean and clear and make sense. So here they say, I put the colors so you could see it. So the green, the blue, and the purple are their 3 reasons. It says, I put a significant amount of blame for this debt on the ridiculous number of credit card offers flooding everyone's mailboxes, the high interest rates and fees some credit card companies charge, and America's obsession with having a good credit score. So overall, your introduction should look like this. So we've got at the top, we've got the article title and summing up the main point, plus the 2 sides of the argument. Then we've got your stand here, either agree or disagree, and then we've got your reasons. So that's the idea there for the introduction. Then for your first body paragraph, I'm just showing you the reasons from your introduction. Make sure that your topic sentence goes with your reasons. So this first reason is ridiculous number of credit card offers. And then their topic sentence for their first body paragraph says, my favorite place to put the blame for America's problems with credit card debt is on the excessive number of credit card offers. So you can see that this goes with this. So they go together. And then you're going to see here that they give their own example. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want you to refer back to the article itself. I want you to come up with your own examples that reinforce what you're trying to say. So here it says, no matter where you go, you'll probably be invited to apply for a credit card. Many stores at the mall have their own credit card with great promotions to reel you in. It's hard not to apply when you're being promised up to 30% off your first purchase. I'm ashamed to say that I was a sucker for this ploy. I went to Macy's to buy my fiance a couple of purses and was told I would save over $50 if I signed up for a Macy's card. I didn't think then about how I might have to pay back that amount in finance charges and fees. I just signed on the dotted line. There's no safe haven from other offers either. Every week I probably get 4 or more offers mailed to my house. So here you can see lots of specifics. We've got percentages in here, how much they saved, all that kind of stuff, and a nice long detailed example that reinforces what they're saying. And then in their concluding sentence, they refer again back to their main point, which was the credit card offers. So it says, the internet is also flooded with banners, pop-ups, and ads raving about great credit card offers. Sadly, for most of us, something is going to catch our eye. So that's what you want to do for each one. So the next one, we're talking about high interest rates. And again, they're talking about higher interest rates and fees. And again, you're going to see an example where they give lots of good specifics. So 19.95%, how much they're paying, all that kind of thing. So this says, for example, the Macy's card I discussed earlier charges a 19.95% interest rate. With an interest rate like that, I'll definitely pay back not only the $50 I saved on my first purchase, but I might even end up paying more. Some cards even charge an annual fee that can range from $25 to over $100. Then, if you're ever late on a payment, the credit card company will charge an outrageous late fee and bump you up to the highest interest rate possible, which can be around the 30% mark. So you can see, and again, they're referring, this is their own example, lots of good details. And then again, in their concluding sentence for their paragraph, they refer again to the charges and fees, which is the main point of this paragraph. And lastly, we've got America's obsession with the goods credit score. Again, they're talking about the credit score here. And, then they've got this in here. They say America's obsessed with credit scores, which again refers back to this, which determine whether you can buy a car or a house, rent an apartment, or even get hired for a job. In order to build up your credit score, there are some guidelines that must be followed. These guidelines include such debt promoting rules like having several credit cards, using those credit cards regularly, having a balance on those credit cards, and not canceling credit cards. So they're giving examples of what would, affect your credit score, which is what they're talking about. And again, at the end, they refer to the credit score. Now, in the conclusion, this was originally their thesis in the introduction, and you'll see that in the red, they're referring back to it to wrap everything up. So they say, I want to cancel my Macy's card as soon as I pay off my balance, but I've been told that doing so is bad for my credit score. To improve my score, I actually need to make purchases occasionally. That seems absurd to me because that will only increase my already high credit card debt. This vicious cycle of credit card debt is nearly impossible to break out of given today's cultural pressures and marketing schemes. So that's basically the wrap up. That's what you want to do. That's just an example, but that's about the amount that you want to do. You want to be really specific, and you can use this as a guide.